It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball. Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
First throw taken in by Watkins here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Connects with Kittle underneath, finding room at midfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Again, a run with Vaughn. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Deuce Vaughn, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. At their own 13-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd at about 7 left.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
31 yards on the punt there. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Here's Hurts to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CeeDee, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick six there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. And from the gun, here's Abanikanda. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll begin on the ground here with Abanikanda. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Cowboy defense. They enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 of the league in stopping the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Vaughn on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with 4th down and 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. And his kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. That's caught. This is Abanikanda. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll look to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That burst good for 20 and a first down. First down at the 49-yard line. Abanikanda once again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Shoves him away, and he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
7 Pirates.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know how you put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them? Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
60 Eagles, 60, Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw here. That'll be caught right side by Reed. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Let's go now. Check, Panther. Ready.
Running to the right, this is Vaughn. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
Set up. Bring it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. On the ground with Vaughn. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Deuce Vaughn with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this 1st half. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
63.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Don't touch that. Man.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. He'll drop to throw. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
Ready up.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Eagles nothing.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Cougar 19. Ready.
3rd quarter starts with a run from Vaughn up to the 20.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Up the middle, it's Vaughn. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
On the return, Johnson. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running behind center with Vaughn. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, smash Broncos! Check smash, check smash. Street, street. Go.
Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He will have the first down and a bit more. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Kittle, 37 yards. And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for an Eagle.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. This one, they may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
That's good for an Eagles.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Throwing is Hurts. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to claw one back. Elliott good with a PAT. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together.
There he goes, left side. How about this? Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Deuce Vaughn with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cowboys are pouring it on.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 2nd down, it's Abanikanda. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch them.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack. And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
A gain there of 21 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll set up the screen to Abanikanda. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, 73.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because, you know, as defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Israel Abanikanda. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Elliott good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And after the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but I mean they are deserving as they start another series to be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth. Charles, it's really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Okay, break.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Bronco 80.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
73.
First down, they start out with a Campbell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here we go on 4th down. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Come on.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go. Tackle.
And they will take a knee here.
Deputy.
And they take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use?